when last seen, you were, I believe, about to crash into a lamppost or a signpost or something. Is that right? Because I haven't had time to prep or go back to the last session and watch the end to remind myself.
Well, it was. I mean, it was great. I mean, we'd done the whole Australia thing. We'd done really well. We'd sold all the catalogs. We'd made a fortune for Crazy Kiosk, and we were on our way back. Because you thought that was a nice, convenient moment to leave the last session.
Because I'm pretty sure you're behind the wheel of a Winnebago heading to a concrete lamppost or something along those lines.
I'm not sure.
We just gotten away from the Mad Max Mel Gibson supporters.
And all the shits from the Portaloo.
Shit from the Portaloo. Oh, that was back at the village. Yeah. See, there was a number of different ways that could have gone down. Genuinely. Yeah, absolutely. You could have had help from the scavengers, but no. Anyway,
well, out of the list, clearly out of all the list of possible options, we went with number 2.
Obviously, yes. So, I think I'm right in saying the cliffhanger at the end of last session was you were about to crash in your Winnebago.
Yes.
So, could everyone please tell me how many hit points they had?
I'm on full, 36.
I'm on 28.
Okay. 2. Okay. And how many intravenous med packs do you have between the party?
I think I used mine.
I don't have any.
I've got four regulars, but not intravenous.
Oh no, I've got one.
Okay.
One intravenous.
Okay. So given one of your party members is on 2 hit points, do you maybe want to sort that out at all?
Yes.
They give you 10 points each, Ronnie. How many do you need?
At least 2.
Well, let me put it this way. If I took 3, I would be just shy of my total.
Okay.
Okay then.
So,
am I getting 3 or am I?
I'll give you 3. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go for that.
So there are 2 more med packs left in the party. Okay. Unless Kevin Bootle is also taking one. I don't know what your max is.
I think we should hold on to them for a bit.
Okay.
It's going to get ready.
All right. So we begin this session an hour after the Winnebago crash, when the 4 of you are traipsing towards the settlement. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, cock. It had a name.
New Rolf Harris.
New Rolf Harris, that's it. The 4 of you are walking to New Rolf Harris. What was her name? Mandy, wasn't it?
Yeah, Mandy.
Mandy is now so badly damaged. Do you remember in the 80s there was that robot dance? And, like...
Wasn't she Candy?
Candy.
Oh, yeah, Candy, not Mandy.
Candy. Yeah. Right. She is now so broken, it's like she's doing that 80s robot dance as she walks. And she's carrying all of the catalogues, of course, because you guys don't want to be actually carrying merchandise. She has a few wires sticking out of her in various places, which is interesting because it's the first time she's had anything even remotely pube-like. Occasionally they spark.
Okay. Am I able to have a quick look at her and see if I can at least reconnect a few wires, patch her up a bit?
You can have a go. So, but you don't have any tools with you, do you?
No, specialty
I'm
tools.
just admiring the speed at which you wanted to get down there and look at her. Yeah, right. I go and repair.
Go on, you fucking idiot.
Only the toolkit in
broken.
You got a tire changing spanner thing. What are they called?
Maybe an Allen key will help. There's an Allen key.
The nearest IKEA is in Singapore.
No, Allen key.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
I see.
nearest IKEA is in Singapore.
Not just IKEA have Allen keys.
No, but they've cornered the market for them.
Yeah.
um,
In fact,
Yeah,
I'm sure the entire Allen key manufacturing. If IKEA went under, Allen keys would fold directly afterwards.
Hmm.
So, beer at last. You've not really got any tools to hand at the moment, but you can see up ahead, there's this trench, kind of with effluent in it. It's a bit gross. There's a pipe leading into the trench. And this trench kind of is coming in this sort of big arc in the sort of deserty sand and kind of stops for the road. The road is kind of bridged over it. There's like a culvert going under the road. And then there's these drainage ditches or pipes sort of, and the odd little sort of lump drops out of this pipe into this trench. And those pipes head in the direction of this wooden palisade, which, as the road enters this wooden palisade, it has a kind of two upright posts and this sign across the top saying, "Welcome to New Rolf Harris. Children welcome." And
oh God!
And at that entrance are two June buggies painted up in the blue war paint of the Mel Gibsons. And they're kind of like very rusty looking, like they've never had a lick of paint, and they are now entirely iron oxide. But they've got the big exhausts and stuff that, give out big plumes of black smoke, because of course they do. And around those two June buggies are 5 Mel Gibsons in various states of kiltedness. And they're looking kind of mean.
Okay,
depending on what material the kilt is made out of, it could be it could be rubbing them up the wrong way, which would definitely lead to them feeling mean.
So last time they didn't believe me when I said that we were Mel Gibson fans. So
you still got the disc?
No, I threw it away.
Yeah,
I threw it at them in anger. Have they got makeup on? I'm trying not to be meta with this, but have they got the sort of?
Yeah, they got blue paint all over them. One of them's got like blue paints on his nipples in a cross pattern, and a kilt. One of them has like a half blue face, and then the other half is also blue, but it's like a different blue because it's clearly what he painted on yesterday and has cracked off. Today he's done the other half, and he's got quite bad acne as well. So obviously he does this a lot.
Okay. Is there any paint in this Winnebago?
You've been walking.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm not sure I made that quite clear enough. At just how much I've taken away all your assets.
Still.
At least we're not waltzing, Matilda.
Well, the obviously there's the kind of nasty sewagey stuff going under the bridge. But for example, the soil around us, is that quite kind of easy to get into not even a paste, but like dig up a little bit?
It's very dusty.
It's soft.
And dry, unless you use some from the trench, in which case it's not dry at all.
Yeah.
But is it?
Although that does carry with it a certain odour. There is, as I say, these pipes that are sort of the odd lump is falling out of into the trenches. Those are big enough to crawl up.
Yeah.
Fred,
Right. I just want to say this very simply. The name of my character is Dale Regan, not Andy fucking Dufresne. I've seen The Shawshank Redemption. I'm not crawling through half a mile of shit the other way.
We'll be coming at you.
Well, I've given you 2 ways into New Rolf Harris already. 3 if you're a child.
We could just use our shields.
Oh, they might let us in. You never know.
I do have some screaming Norwegian if it's last resort. I did say last resort.
What's screaming Norwegian?
Screaming Norwegian rune disease. It's a bioweapon.
I've got 3.
Okay, let's look at our situation.
Screaming Norwegian, Cytropane, TBT.
Yeah. Let's look at our situation. We are in the middle
Hemp
of
had
nowhere.
loads of stuff on him.
We are in the middle of nowhere. We have no transport. Our droid is damaged.
Aye.
We are at the end of our tether. We are about to we are now contemplating either taking on 5 people who really want to hurt us, or worse, do a carry on up the Khyber and lift their kilts up. Or we're actually sitting here contemplating getting past them by crawling through a sewage pipe.
Well, I'm not considering that at all. I've got all my hacking
Right.
software. I'm not getting that wet.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's the last resort. For me,
Yes, I think we've reached the last. I think the last resort was several stops ago. We're way past it.
Yes.
Could we try and spin that we know Kate Blanchett or something? Like
That might not be a good idea.
why do they really hate her?
Yeah. Don't forget, Kate Blanchett got Oscars for Best Actress. Mel Gibson never got a Best Actor Oscar.
Yes, I
they
see
really
what
hate Kate Blanchett.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
No. He's got his Oscar for director, but not for actor.
Well, then why don't we just tell them that we want to hunt down Kate Blanchett? Not that I can particularly talk very well to people I don't know, but
that might work. They might fall for that. They
Maybe.
fell for that through the Patriot.
tell them that her acting is shite.
What
We could
we've brought a convenient android to replace her on the throne.
Well, she's a bit broken.
But still better actress.
I didn't have the tools to fix her.
Maybe they've got the tools in there.
They must have some tools.
They gotta have something other than a very long sewage pipe.
This is Australia. We have no idea.
No. We've went through this. You're mispronouncing again. They have no IKEA.
Aye, that's it.
Sorry, that was just too good a line not to bounce off.
That too.
The broadcasters of this show would like you to know that they are not affiliated in any way with the actor behind the character of Dale Regan.
Either that or we use
The
our
actor
field-
behind Dale Regan would like to say that he's not affiliated with him either.
Either that or we use our field shields to walk through the shit without everything getting wet.
Unless we say we've seen a bunch of Kate Blanchett fans down the road.
Right. Right. Listen to me. Have you ever been to the bathroom right after a guy's just done one?
Aye.
Now imagine
time.
crawling for half a mile through that.
I know. Well, if you want to talk to these people, Dale, and let them know that we really hate Kate Blanchett with a passion, go ahead.
Well, I think you should, because you're really selling it.
How am I selling it? I kind of talk to people. I'm antisocial and shit.
We're not talking to people. We're talking to 5 men in woad.
Aye, and they're dangerous.
They can't be more dangerous than us. Look at all the damage we've done.
Okay. That's very true.
They're fucking amateurs compared to us. That's the comment of the night. They're fucking amateurs compared to us.
I am going to go to this open pipe and sort of put some stripes and whatever on my face.
Stripes of poo dirt.
Yes, stripes of poo dirt.
Oh shit!
Quite literally.
Exactly.
When you put the last stripe on, you feel like something stinging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I tell what it is?
You kind of rub away and you realise you've got an open pore and you've just smeared crap on it.
Okay, I try and get
one
a
of
bit
these
moist
things
soil
shouldn't belong here.
The only moist soil, as I say, is the stuff in the trench.
Yeah, in the trench.
Yeah.
Oh, fine, I'll deal with it. I'll just replace it with some more.
Okay. So you put it on thicker, and okay.
Oh God. Right, we're going to make this. I do not fancy crawling through that sewage tunnel. I really don't. I just.
Because you know what's going to happen.
You're talking about God knows how much. It's all methane. There's no real air. If anyone so much as drops a match, we are all cooked.
You know what's going to happen, don't you? We're going to crawl to the end, find we can't get out because there's a toilet on it, and have to crawl back.
Yeah, we have to crawl back again. Or we're going to end up looking like that scene from Train Spotting.
And I'm going to make a point that I'm brandishing, say, a shotgun. Not at them, but just in general.
You're just holding it up like
yeah. Like, sort of thing.
And you walk up to them with your face covered in shit.
Properly, like, all brain part and stuff. Yeah, in a pack.
Okay. All right. So you approach them. They look at you. They see you approach. They kind of nudge each other, and they're kind of like all look sort of hard and menacing with their baseball bats with chains on and all that kind of stuff. One of them's got a pickaxe. One of them has a chainsaw. One of them's got a homemade gun. And then the last one is let's make him. He's like big guy. He's just got knuckle dusters like this.
To complain about that game.
Guy with the chainsaw sort of sees you approach. And
no need for that, friends. No need for that.
Hang on a moment. He says. You got no teeth, he says. So if you take on. Don't come get closer for a moment. I need to. It's protocol. Fuck it, I'm out of fuel.
We stake out Kate Blanchett.
Well, she owns the or deals with the traitorous Cock Dental Emporium that we are going to close down tonight.
Oh.
We'll have no more Cock Dental Emporium taking her dodgy wares to our innocent pure-minded people. They're
Do you
nice,
need-
innocent people being polluted by the mind of that deranged woman.
Do you need help with that, friend?
No. What's she and her crony shop owner, Mr. Air Cock, gonna do?
I'm just asking if you need some help.
Why would we need help from what are clearly, looking at your attire, you're clearly some
Hey.
kind of corporate agent.
No need to be rude. Aye, we are agents. We're here to get rid of Kate Blanchett for you.
This is not corporation territory. This belongs to the Mel Gibsons.
Aye, I know, and as you can see, we're perfectly happy to, help with that, and we're big fans of Mel Gibson, really.
Everyone he's a master. The greatest actor that Australia has ever produced.
Aye, exactly. So,
To which
We-
I
we might
mumble
be-
under my breath, except maybe Jeffrey Rush.
we might be agents, but we do appreciate the artistic nuances of Mel Gibson's acting career.
I've seen every movie he's been in.
Even Chicken Run.
Even the oh crap, hang on, I've got to remind myself exactly how it's worded. Even that's it. Even the Passion of Christ.
Especially Passion of the Christ.
One of the favourites.
And we're one of the few that saw the sequel.
There was a sequel.
Yeah, he's filming
Aye,
it just now.
Japan, apparently. Japan made.
By the time this timeline gets to there will have been a sequel. He's prepping it just now.
But this, no, he says it was the best acting he ever did, and he can't top it. Not even with his work in The Postman.
I must say, I'm a big fan of his early work.
So his best bit of acting is a film he didn't star in,
Yeah.
and his other great bit of acting is a film he had nothing to do with.
Yeah. You obviously know a lot about this Mel Gibson.
He's a legend.
Did you see him in that film?
Don't test that.
Fantastic performance under all that makeup.
I prefer the original.
He was there. He was playing a lot of different characters, but you can't tell because he's so good.
He's very versatile.
He's a
He
master
is
of
very
disguise.
versatile. He
Very versatile.
he manages to look entirely different with every role, but still you can tell it's the kernel of him is him, the rock, the foundation. I mean, critics don't understand that he basically plays the same fucking character in everything he does. They don't see the nuances.
like his beautiful role in The Professor and the Madman.
If you tell us
I've
where
not seen
Kate
that one,
Blanchett is, we'll help you take down this dental company.
We don't need help with that. This is our town.
Yeah, but
We own this town.
we're Mel Gibson fans as well. We want to do our bit.
Well, you could just tell us without us helping you.
I mean,
Tell
my
you
friend
what,
and I.
Sherry,
I mean, my
you
friend
say
and I.
again.
My
So-
friend and I were we've been fans of Mel Gibson since we were two little boys.
I'm saying you could just tell us where she is without us helping you, since you're so certain you don't need us to help.
Mel has been meditating on that very, very thing. Where is Kate Blanchett? And he will know, because he is the master of knowing
Where
what
is he?
women want.
Can we see him?
When he comes out of his meditation and he appears to us all.
Do you know roughly when?
There's no way of knowing. It's like his work on the Terminator. He just appears.
Work on the Terminator.
Yep. If you let us know now, we could have Kate Blanchett all tied up and delivered ready for when he does come out.
But we need some supplies. We need to stock up. Would you kindly let us in?
Absolutely not. We don't allow corporation agents in the city. And even if I let you in, you'd just be picked up by roving gangs of, well, us, basically.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're going to be sacked by now, so we're probably not going to be part of any corporation.
Yeah, we're just looking the part. It's just, this is our disguise. You guys are what we feel in our hearts.
It's just to get us close to the Blanchett.
Thing is, how do you know that Kate Blanchett isn't like head honcho of this dental company?
Oh, because it's named after the head honcho.
But that
Mr.
might just be a
Aircock.
ruse. That might just be a ruse.
No, he owns a shop in town. It's him. Mr. Aircock.
Is it becoming a last resort yet, boys?
So anyway,
I told you it was last resort about 3 fucking stops ago.
No, the other last resort.
The other way in, he means.
Are we fuck doing that? I'm sorry. I have my pride. I may not have much pride, but I have my pride.
I'm sure as GM I can take that from you too.
I am sure. I am sure it is your full intention to do so. But I'm going to make you work for it.
How many of them are there? Again, 5?
There are 5 at this checkpoint on the entrance, yeah.
The gates are actually shut, though, are they? They're just not stopping
No,
people.
it's just got 2 dune buggies parked in the gateway, in the entranceway.
Yeah.
There's no actual gate.
And there's one that's without fuel with this chainsaw.
With the chainsaw. Yeah, he's actually just setting up a siphon now to one of the dune buggies.
Perhaps we, yeah. Oh, perhaps it's only 4. Welcome back.
Here, let me help you with that.
it's okay, I got you. So good. So good.
Well, I think we should get if we're going to do it, we should get him before he turns that on.
The best my breakfast smelt in ages.
At the risk of a terrible pun, but that is going to be one fucking lethal weapon if it fucking comes at us.
Aye.
Right, so excuse me, I think I can get this started now.
I can't. You just can't say that fucking phrase now, even though it's correct.
Has he started it?
He has started it.
Right.
Would I be able to shoot him as he pulls it, or not?
So you want to shoot him as he pulls the cord, yeah?
Yeah. Just before
Okay.
it starts up.
How many shots are you putting into him?
As many as possible, given he's the leader. So.
Are you using a shotgun, aren't you?
Oh, it's right one anyway. So. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, right one.
Yep. Okay.
Is he 5 meters or less?
Sure.
From me? Yep.
You've been talking, so yeah.
Okay. Yep, that's very much a hit. 7. Made by 7.
Yep, that's definitely hit him. Please roll your damage with your close range shotgun bonus.
Yarp. Oh, 20.
Oh,
Go on, Kitty. Thank you. So, you do indeed hit this guy with a shotgun. So, of course, he immediately is flung back, which embeds the chainsaw into the head of the guy with the baseball bat. Oh! The chainsaw is now embedded in this guy's skull, going, and it goes. And the guy is kind of stood there going.
Yep, to which I say, Albagabrach.
What else was there? There was a guy with the homemade gun, so he goes to shoot you in response
Is it like
to
a
this.
pistol size?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That does 1 minus your armor value. The gun then
nothing.
explodes in his hands, which severs most of his fingers.
Oh my god.
Who else was there? There was a guy with the homemade gun, guy with the baseball bat. I know there was the big guy with the
Big guy
chainsaw.
with knuckle dusters.
Yeah, the big guy with knuckle dusters. He hasn't reacted yet, but there was somebody else. I'm trying to remember what he had. I will give him an axe.
I'm hoping a
That's right,
survival
sir.
instinct.
So he gets his axe and he goes to throw it at Danny McGee to embed it in him. And now you haven't got a weapon. You haven't got gun melee or anything. You haven't got a weapon that could work with gun melee. So that is a hit.
Okay.
You have been embedded with a 15 damage.
Okay.
It rolled quite well that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
at
this
this point-
beds in your shoulder like that
Mhm.
as he guys tosses it.
Yeah.
The big guy with the knuckle dusters goes. Oh. Over to you guys.
The fuck is this? Master Blaster?
You mean the Blaster Master?
No, I'm thinking more Master Blaster from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
I get the gun out and I say to Kevin, you get the Axeman. I'm going to get the Knuckle Dragger.
yeah.
And I fire three shots into him.
Okay. Make some rolls, Dale. Bear in mind, we can't see what you're doing with your arm up there. To us, that just looks like a Nazi salute.
Yeah, it looks like this.
Just saying.
Three hits.
Ooh,
Okay.
3 hits.
Damage?
3 hits. And it's my cougar that lets me do
D8.
D8. Which is why I got 3 D8s out. I hate this game so much. I do 8 damage with 3 feckin' bullets.
I need to
If
know
you
the
want the
individual things.
breakdown, is 4, 3, and 1.
He looks like that just didn't register on him at all. Kevin.
yes, I'm going to shoot the Axeman.
Okay, so the axe, yeah, he's just thrown his axe. It's
Yeah,
embedded
he hasn't got
into
an
Danny's
axe.
shoulder.
I'm the Axeman.
If I'd been a split second earlier.
Yeah, well, you weren't, eh?
Okay, hit, 2 hits. And that's 3 hits as well.
Lovely.
4, 6, 12, that's 20 total.
20 damage. Okay, what were you shooting
Six
him
men.
with?
Oh, Black Cougar. 6.
Okay. So, yeah, I think you've just nailed him in the heart, nailed him just here and then hit him in his nuts just for good measure, and he buckles over and just ends up with his face planted down, his bum's in the air, and he's kind of like fallen straight over.
I'm just going to go.
So you just shot him in the nuts.
As you go to blow the smoke off the end of your gun, you accidentally discharge it a fourth time, leaving powder burns up your forehead.
Oh.
You shot him in the nuts.
Heart between the eyes and then the nuts.
Yeah. I can't resist. Well, at least the Axeman will cometh no more.
Okay, now that goes, and I don't know if you counted, but there's technically 2 of them left. There's the guy with the baseball bat with the chainsaw in his head is going, and he sort of wanders his way up to Phil, going like this.
What the fuck?
Phil, what weapon? You're Black Cougar. Do you have gun melee as a training?
Gun melee. Gun melee, non-powered weapon melee. It is a non-powered weapon. No.
Yeah, but do you have the training gun melee? No, okay.
License.
So he whacks you with his baseball bat for 9 damage. Meanwhile, the knuckle dragger kind of like has just been hit by these bullets, and they just kind of bounce off him. He kind of looks down at them, and he looks up at you, and he looks a bit confused. Like he's processing what's happening.
Okay.
And then he takes a step forward, but it looks like after that step forward, he kind of just takes a moment to get his breath back. And then he takes another step. Okay, Danny.
Okay, so obviously most immediate threat is the baseball, the chainsaw guy. So I'm going to get out my katana at that point and sort of launch towards him.
Okay.
With the axe still embedded in you?
Yes.
Yeah, well, he's got a chainsaw embedded in his brain, so...
Yeah, so I'd rather do that than take it out.
So, bear in mind that this is an action, so he's going to turn to face as you come in and defend, because he's got his free action still, so you need to allow for his skill offset, so you've got to pass by 5.
I have to pass by 5, okay.
Yeah, because he's defending with the baseball bat.
Yeah. I'm just thinking whether to do rate 1 or 2. Probably 2. Yeah. So by 5. No, made it by 2. And made it by 3. So blocked.
Okay, so he blocks both, but you have taken a little chunk of wood out of his baseball bat. He looks offended. Dale.
Shooting the knuckle dragger again.
Okay.
Uh, 2 hits.
All right.
What's the failure for a Black Cougar?
Double. Hang on. No, it's not exceptional, is it? So, 00.
Thank fuck for that. I just rolled 99.
Yeah, no, you're good. Good. Until it drops the condition level, in which case you wouldn't be.
Okay, that's 11 in total. There's a 6 and a 5 in damage.
6 and a 5. So I just had to do some very simple maths, but I've had a long day. So he kind of. People should be nice. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna do to you what I did to my teddy bear.
At this point, I'm thinking, given that we're outside New Rolf Harris, I'm suddenly thinking of all the possible permutations of what this guy might have done to his teddy bear, and I'm now very, very afraid.
Yeah.
I start sort of taking
Kevin.
a step back or two.
Still Kevin.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll shoot the guy that's.
Nice to know I have your attention.
I'll shoot the guy
Captivating game, this.
I'll shoot the guy that's hit me with a baseball bat.
Okay. He's currently turned to defend himself from Danny, but yeah, he's right in front of you.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, that's a miss. That's 2.
Try to shoot me as well.
Oh, I'll try not to shoot you. 7 and a 5. So that's 12.
7 damage and 5 damage.
Yeah, 12.
It's not. I have to know the individual damages for the armor value. You see, so yeah, okay. So no, you have wounded him. You've actually caught him pretty badly in his arm. Meanwhile, Knuckle Dragger is looking at Dale like he wants to seriously fuck up Dale's life.
Yeah.
Like he's at the point. This Knuckle Dragger guy, he looks like he's at the point of tears. And is about to let loose. And he's kind of stomping towards Dale. You can see he's out of breath as he's stomping towards.
Duck!
You don't have gun melee either. So he rolls a hit. And then a miss. We'll deal with the miss separately.
Well, I'm hoping he clangs his own knuckles together and breaks them.
Okay. Less your armor value, he does 17 damage to you. You feel like you've just been hit by an articulated lorry as this knuckle duster clonks you on top of your head. And it honestly, for a moment there, you're not even sure what continent you're on. He's hit you so hard.
Okay, so that's half my hit points gone in one thump.
The other fist actually kind of misses because he's like you don't know how he managed to miss, like because there was no blocking it. It's just he's that kind of dense, I guess, and clumsy. But yeah, he just but as he misses, he doesn't seem to be able to stop his fist, and he kind of twitches around, and his fist actually ends up punching the ground, which like his legs actually have to leave the ground in order for that to happen. But it's like his fist was going to hit something and it missed you. He just carried it through. He forgot to stop the punch. So he ends up punching the ground and sort of ending up sat on his sat on the ground going, I did it again. Meanwhile, the guy with the chainsaw running around in his brain with his baseball bat at Danny McGee.
Hey.
Ooh, not a critical.
I do have my katana up, which means I have defense of 6.
I was about to ask. Okay, so he goes to attack you, but you just sort of blat the baseball bat away.
Away.
So yeah, no problem there. Okay,
Counter attack.
that is their go. So back round to you guys. So all right, Danny.
Yeah, I counter attack with another 2 swings with
Okay.
katana.
So he's still got his defense that's -5.
Yeah. No, that's a 00.
Oh no, that's a damaged weapon.
And
So-
then I did
No,
make
no,
it.
00.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you go into swing, the chainsaw falls out of his brain, and this big heavy metal object lands on the side of your katana, which is where katanas are the most weak. And it just kind of goes, ching, and you're left holding the handle of a katana. And you can see where it's broken is just above where it says "Made in China." Like the blade pings off somewhere. We'll deal with that in just a moment.
Would I be able to prise the axe out of my shoulder
Yep.
and use that instead?
Yep, you can switch weapon with your free action.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Dale and Kevin, whichever one wants to go.
Yep, I am going to get as close as I humanly can to Knuckle Dragger, and
It's sat by your feet, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna unload another 3 shots in a vain attempt to actually hit him. I have to check that last one. I think I'm okay. I think that's 3 shots.
How many shots does
No,
one
it's just 2. It's
3.
It's 2 shots.
No,
I've hit with 2. Mag, I'm gonna have to change mag after this. Why, dice? Why? 3 and a 4.
Okay. You notice as you shoot him at quite close range here that the bullets actually impact on his skin. And when they hit his skin, they kind of just crumple.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking chainsaw.
Kevin Boozle.
I will try and get this other guy off the banner.
Okay.
That's a 9. That's a pass. That's a miss. And that is a pass.
Okay.
For a 7 and a 7.
You've actually shot this chainsaw guy up pretty bad. And as you hit him, he kind of like staggers off to one side, and he just kind of realizes he's losing this fight, and then realizes that he has no brain that is functioning. And he just kind of stands up straight, turns back around to face you, and goes, and you can sort of see the clockwork ticking in his head. I have no brain. But if I eat yours, I'll have a brain again. And his arms kind of raise up, and he kind of staggers toward you, looking to basically sink his teeth into your skull. So what is your defense? I'm going to give you a defense on this because it's not the most effective attack this guy's making.
Defense is... Where is that?
It'll be your skill with whatever.
It's agility.
With light firearms. No,
Oh,
it'll be skill with light firearms, I believe.
Light firearm 6.
I think that's right, anyway.
It's a 6.
Jason can correct me if I fucked up. But we'll use that for now.
I'm trying to work it out because my defense is 6. I'm trying to think. No, it's your close combat ability.
Oh, close combat ability. So what's your close combat ability?
My close combat is 7.
Oh, right. So
Really?
you missed by even more. So, yeah, he comes towards your brains. But he's just kind of like flailing excitedly because he knows you've got a brain. He doesn't think about how he's actually going to take your brain, possibly because he hasn't got a brain to think with himself. The chainsaw, meanwhile, is buzzing around on the floor between the feet of Danny and Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Knuckle Dragger, as is become known, gets back up off the floor and goes to uppercut Dale with one big almighty punch. And it's the kind of almighty punch where it looks like he's actually going to jump at the point of impact just to increase the velocity of his fist. And that is definitely a hit.
Lucky do.
So in one almighty strike, Dale, You are in your mother's bosom, drinking her breast milk. It's the happiest moment of your life because it's the last time you got to touch tits with your teeth.
Oh, that's the breast joke of the night. Had to get that one off my chest.
And it's like, and then you remember all the girls that you would have dated if you'd had the courage to ask them out, and
No, that would have been about the same as that would have been about the same number as if I as I did for not asking them out. Yeah.
So yeah, no, this is where your mind is at right now. It certainly isn't in Australia. It's been punched well far from that.
I was going to say, how much damage did I take, or is it irrelevant?
27.
Yeah, I'm at -11.
Yeah, so you're having these happy thoughts. If you don't get a bed pack soon, there will definitely be your last thoughts.
Tie me kangaroo down, boy. Tie me kangaroo down.
Then like there's that moment that you're really embarrassed about, when your mother caught you masturbating, and you're like, no. But your brain has never let you forget every time you close your eyes. And so yeah. Anyway,
Two
moving swiftly
little
on.
boobs and two little.
Danny.
Yeah, okay. So, I think my instinct would be to pick up the chainsaw as well and try and swing, if I can, both with the chainsaw and the axe at this big guy.
At the big guy. The chainsaw is definitely a two-handed weapon.
I pick up the chainsaw instead.
Yeah.
And drop
Okay.
the axe.
As you're going toward him, you notice that the other part of your katana blade has embedded into this guy's anus, and he hasn't yet noticed.
There's a chance I can retrieve it. Weld it together again somehow. But okay, I will try and carve him up one with a chainsaw.
Okay, like he isn't paying attention to you at all, because what he's actually currently doing is lifting up his kilt and he's trying to piss on Dale as Dale lies there spread-eagled.
Okay. I'll try not to look.
So yeah, you try to. There's no roll to hit necessary, but I'd like you to roll anyway in case you crit or fumble.
Okay. No crit or fumble.
Okay. So let's find out what the damage on a chainsaw is. Of course, this allows you to essentially coup de grace because he isn't paying attention. Yes. So I will say you can do all of this damage to his neck if you so chose. Sure. You can attempt a decapitation because he isn't trying to stop. Like he's facing away from you. He's trying to urinate on the guy he thinks he's just killed. So, where is chainsaw? Chainsaw. There we go. Deals massing damage. Requires a power melee license.
Which
page 24 legally used.
I don't have it in Australia. So
right, there we go. 2d10 time plus 2 times strength. Directly to his head.
7.
So 14 plus 2d10.
16. Oh, plus 2d10.
Yeah.
Okay. 8 more.
So 22 damage to his neck. Yeah. Is that enough to decapitate this guy?
If not, I'm gonna be covered in blood.
I'm gonna have to check what the decapitation rules are because this guy, as you can so far tell, is not just
a bit hard.
Yeah. To the neck. I mean, it ought to, if it was anyone else. Neck. Target shot. No, that's targeting. Where's the mashing to the neck? Head. Where is it? Here, right. So you need to do 15 damage or more to kill the target unless they have a cerebral link or ICE, in which case you need compound H to reattach the head within 3 seconds. You did, what was it, 22?
Mm-hmm.
Less his armor. So you go in with the chainsaw and you have to actually push really hard to go right through his head. But you do so. You do completely sever his head. At which point he kind of topples over backwards and lands on the katana blade.
Oh,
Embedding it deeper.
Oh, it's gonna have stuff on it.
So Kevin, this sort of zombie guy is going.
How many bullets in a Black Cougar mag?
Isn't it 8?
I just thought you might know.
No, I don't. So it's a smart clip. It is 30 shots or 6 machine bursts, but it's not machine weapon. So yeah, 30 shots.
30 shots.
Well, in that case, I'm not reloading. I've got a few shots left.
I'll put 3 more into him if I.
Well, you're currently, thinking about the time when you called your PE teacher Dad.
Oh dear.
We certainly look the same from behind.
And that's 2 hits.
2 hits.
7. 7 and a 3.
7 and a 3. Okay. All right. So you've now riddled this guy with so many holes. It's hard to imagine how he's even moving at all. And several of them have hit his hip, and his leg is now basically kind of hanging off. And so he kind of hits the floor, and he's kind of wobbling on the floor, going, "Brains."
Oh, give it up.
Danny.
Neighbor.
Dale is like,
Yes, I know.
Everybody needs good neighbor.
I was going to take care of this guy first and then see to him. See, I put
Oh,
down the King of Swords and go and give him the final med pack.
okay,
Especially for you.
Dale, you kind of just get this vision of a cactus, a very blurry cactus, and you're like, oh shit, I'm in Australia.
Suddenly you're seeing me just the way I am.
Dale, stop singing. This is real. You got a big clubber by that big guy.
You are on 0 hit points, frankly, because you got clobbered that hard. Even though you've had an intravenous med pack, you're on 0 but conscious.
I'll give him my med pack as well. So
Okay, that'll bring you to 10.
I think I need to get more med packs.
I waste them all on you.
For no other reason than I think I need to get you guys med packs back again.
In fairness, you pretty much dealt with the big guy whilst they mopped up the rest. So you kind of earned it.
Oh, no. The big guy dealt with me.
Well, yeah, true.
While the rest of them were dealing with the rest and then had to deal with him. I was about as effective as a fly on him. I mean, I may as well have been a fucking fly.
you distracted him first.
You nearly took quarter of his hit points.
Quarter.
3 AB. That was basically a 3 AV, and he did a bucket ton of damage if you let him get close. But yeah.
That was insane.
So there you are at the entrance to New Rolf Harris, and you can like see down the high street for the first time. And basically, this city is entirely built out of repurposed portaloos.
Oh dear.
So, like people have like attached portaloos to make their houses bigger. So, like you've got like there are some people that have 8 entire portaloos for a house. Some people have their portaloo house sideways so that they can lie down in it. There are some burnt out cars, beach buggies, and stuff like that. It's a bit of a maze of a city, actually. It is quite large, but it looks like what had happened here is that there was presumably some kind of landfill, but portaloos, especially for these portaloos, because they were so chemically hazardous, they weren't allowed to put them in a normal landfill. These people have discovered these wonderful containers, modular containers, and built a city out of them. So that's kind of what's happened. That's the story behind New Rolf Harris. But they're very industrious people. You see cables for electricity running between the place. You can see that somebody's got their portaloo door open right now, and you can see they've got an 80-inch plasma TV in there. You can also see, as you look into this big city, as it were, of New Rolf Harris, you see on a road going just across the road that you're looking at, sort of on a perpendicular road, a beach buggy goes across, shadowed by 2 motorbikes, and it's like a Mel Gibson patrol. And there's you see a few people in the street. They've all obviously got terrible teeth. Some of them are just the dental decay is now like they've just got black mouths. Like even the skin around their teeth has gone black. The dental issues here are really, really bad. But you do see at the far end of this road, big neon lights above it, the biggest portaloo of the lot, Ayers Cock Dental Emporium.
I wonder when he gets up in the morning.
Oh, God. Well, maybe Mel Gibson pops in every now and then. I'm being serious. Shall we go take a look?
We have an Ayers Cock dental service. We have an entire town dedicated to one of the vilest Australians ever, and named after another one.
Still, it does seem very odd that they have a dental service and their teeth are shite.
And their entire town is made out of portaloos.
Aye.
And yet we have someone with an 80-inch plasma screen in their home. That's taking the piss.
There's definitely a theme of shit and teeth going on.
It's kind of hard to swallow, but we'll see how many fucking puns we can get out of this.
Shall we go and see who's home?
You could try blending your food first.
Ooh.
Oh,
if it's too hard to swallow.
I wouldn't want to blend anything in here. You'd be worried about what you were actually ingesting.
No, I don't want to touch anything if I can.
Let's head to the big cock then.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
As you're heading down the street, though, you can see there are active patrols of Mel Gibsons, and they're like there is a motorbike rider that comes along the street, and he's going to see you. What do you do? So you're in a street. There's Portaloo houses all around you. You can hear him coming. He's going to come out of the side street any moment and be right in front of you. What do you do?
I dive into the nearest Portaloo.
Okay, that's your action, Dale.
Diving.
Into a Portaloo, yeah?
Definitely into cover.
So all three of you dive into the nearest Portaloos.
Yep.
There'll be different Portaloos, obviously, because Portaloos are quite small.
Yes.
So we will deal with this when we get back from this little break.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
How we doing, people? There's a viewer. Hello, viewer. Is it Steve? Hi. Sorry, we were a little late starting tonight, but we got there. in the end. Just oh, that's the coffee machine going in the background, not our electric teeth brush. So we'll be dealing with a scene related to that in just a moment.
God help us. Oh, God help us. Sorry for the overuse of puns tonight, but some of them have just been so instant. The IKEA one especially, I couldn't. When Jason said no idea, I couldn't resist after you'd said the nearest IKEA was Singapore.
It's quite all right.
Could not resist. Yeah, we've had we've had some wonderful people today. Some of my neighbours have decided, let's get the fireworks started early.
Really?
So we've had like cannon fire for a good hour or so. In fact, for the first part of the first sort of 20 minutes, half an hour of the session, there was still cannon fire going on outside.
I don't think I heard it at all.
I've not heard it, no.
No, I didn't hear anything.
No.
I put the post in the chat anyway, just in case anyone did hear it, just to let them know it wasn't.
Fireworks are a bloody expensive hobby.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to go clockwise around our screen here and describe which Portaloo you have entered.
Okay.
Dale Regan, you have entered a Portaloo that has torn up teddy bears with sticky fur all over it, and little child drawings of Bob and Teddy, the little stickmen drawings.
Okay, I'm starting to get. Well, first a couple of things. I'm glad that Knuckle Dragger is no more. Little worried in case he's not the only person who has a violent problem with their teddies. Yeah,
basically, the Teddy is actually quite comfortable now that he's all torn up. It's kind of like a nice bed. But it seems that Bob, like as I say, the fur is also quite sticky. Like, this is Bob's private space. Kevin, you have entered a Portaloo that still has its toilet connected to the sewage system. It also has a lovely old dear by the name of Edith. And the moment you enter and kind of close the door, she reaches forward and locks it.
Hello, dear. Nice of you to join me. I'm afraid I have just let one off, but if we wait a couple of minutes, the odour will pass. And then we can get right down to a dental exam.
What's the fucking thing they made?
This is a Portaloo inspection, madam. Please remain where you are.
Well, you're just making it worse, Phil. You're making it into one of those cheap pornos.
Oh, I like your role play.
Yeah, exactly. It's just turning into a porno.
Danny, you have entered into
Just get some appropriate music for Kevin.
You have entered into a large collection of portaloos that have been knocked into one giant antechamber. At the far end of that antechamber is a man in a doggy-style position. That, if you've ever seen a certain number of movies, you might recognize him as an actor, like movies like Braveheart, for example. Stood behind this man in doggy position. This man is, incidentally, he's got like half his face is blue, but his kilt is up over his back. Behind him is a man wearing leather studs all over, but also some blue war paint and a kilt. And he's holding what you suspect, judging by the sound, is an electric toothbrush somewhere in the anal region of Mel Gibson. Next to him is another man with a silver tray and a little doily on it, and some toothpaste. He's just kind of stood there holding this tray, also wearing a kilt.
I think you've now answered. I think you've now answered the question as to why there can be a thriving dental business in the middle of this shit.
Well, yeah, we already established that.
Scattered around the edge of the room is another half a dozen of these gang members, the Mel Gibson gang members. Two of which you can tell from their kilts have erections and are watching Mel Gibson being pleasured. Two of which are standing in a manner where you can't quite tell, but it looks like they're leaning funny and their hands are sort of cupped in front of them as they watch Mel Gibson. Two of which are women who are watching Mel Gibson with clear salivation going on. There is also a certain odour in this room, like activity has been going on here for a long time.
That sort of stale lube smell.
Though in this case they use toothpaste.
Yeah, okay.
And Mel Gibson says, "Clean me harder, clean me. Scrub as hard as you can."
Oh, God. Well, hopefully he knows where Kate Blanchett is, or else I'm going to have to do all of this for nothing. And, God, I can't believe I'm going to do this.
Well, we take our lives, but they'll never take our toothbrush.
Actually, no, quick question. Is there any spare kilts lying around that I can see?
Okay, you know what? Look, I will put a sodden pile of kilts.
A sodden pile?
A sodden pile of kilts in the corner. Heavy on the body sweats and toothpaste stains all over them.
I put one on. Remove my trousers, of course, and put one on.
Nobody has noticed you yet because they're all kind of just watching Mel Gibson.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I thought I'd be all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but can you do that quietly, though? That is the thing. You have to do this quieter than Mel Gibson is moaning. So let's see. I'm just going to roll a d10. On a 0, he is at a point of climax. On a 1, he is post-climax and still building his way up to another one. Okay? So 5 is right in the middle, so he's kind of in the rhythm.
Yeah. Okay. What sort of roll do you want? Obviously stealth, but...
Yeah, it's going to be stealth and probably, I would guess,
Agility?
presence, I think.
Presence, okay.
Yeah, I think that's more reasonable.
I'm going to spend a conviction point to pass that.
Okay, so yeah, you take your trousers off. Your black cougar drops to the floor, but you catch it before it clangs on the bottom of the portaloo.
Yeah.
And you get the kilt on. What are you doing with your suit jacket? Just taking that off, going bare chested. That seems to be a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. You still have
Keeping
the
it
shit on
somewhere.
your face.
Yeah. I mean, we're in a portaloo, so...
You do see some blue paint in here, though.
Oh, okay, in that case, I definitely doll up with the blue paint instead.
Yeah, so you cover up the shit with the blue paint. As you paint your face, you get to the bit that was stinging earlier, and you feel like it's like a blister bursts, and this yellow pus comes out all over your fingers.
Nice. I've got an alloy skull, I'll be fine. I just try and cover it up.
Yeah, so you cover it up with blue paint. Yeah, so, okay. You are now dressed like a Mel Gibson.
Yep.
What are you doing with your weapons, by the way?
Just leaving them where I can see them.
I mean, it's what you could do with the Black Cougar. You could put that down your underwear, and you'll just look like you got hard on.
True, yeah. Alright, okay, just in case I lose everything else. Famous last words. Alright, I'll put the cougar down my pants.
Okay. If you have a hard on whilst you got the Black Cougar down there, it will blow your cover.
Why would I have a hard on for Mel Gibson?
Just letting you know, because like at that point it would look like you got two dicks, which obviously, kind of suggests that there's something going on.
But hold on. No, right. We are in an area full of land-filled, highly toxic portaloos. Someone somewhere will have mutated two dicks in this fucking place. It's almost bound to have happened. He could get away with it.
Well said.
I'm not sure that was the thing you wanted to hear, but it's almost guaranteed to work. Almost. Possibly. Maybe.
Okay. So, Dale, you hear the motorbike go past.
Yeah. I wait a couple more seconds to make sure it's definitely the Doppler effect is way down the street. I try and peel off whatever bits of fucking fluff that are on me, and I exit the portaloo.
Okay, there's a certain amount of teddy fluff stuck to your shoes. And it's the kind of thing like you try and brush it off your shoes and it just ends up gloopily stuck to your hands, and you try and smear it off on the
on the plus side. As long as the shit is on my shoes, I should be able to sneak like the proverbial ninja.
Kevin.
You haven't not again, have you? Oh.
Sorry, darling, I got excited.
Well, it's very nice meeting you.
She's reaching to unbutton your shirt.
I've got something a little bit special here.
Oh, I know.
She undoes one of your buttons.
I'll taser.
Oh, wow.
What do you mean, wow? She's trying to rape him, and you go, oh, wow.
But she's not trying to rape him. She thinks he's good with this. I mean, he's taken part in roleplay and everything.
No means no, babe.
He hasn't said no at any point.
Well, this should make sure she gets the message.
And this is, I believe, Kevin saying no.
Yeah.
And that's a pass by 4.
Okay, you taser her. She has to make a save of some kind, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
I'm sorry, Kevin. That's shocking.
Oh.
Uh,
I hope she charges you for that.
Oh my God,
perception.
Ronnie.
Perception plus
Presence plus endurance. Oh dear. Right.
Perception.
Okay, she passes out, but she does so smiling. Unfortunately, however, the one thing about these portaloos is whether they were once properly toilets or not. I mean, you know what a portaloo is? It's basically a hole, right?
Yeah.
But this wood is quite rotten. The wooden thing where the hole's cut in. The wood is very, very rotten because this thing's like hundreds of years old. So as she collapses down on it, the wood collapses from underneath her. And her unconscious body splats. And you sure you heard some bones break as well. I don't know if you want to sort of peer over the side and have a look, or if you're just going to leave.
I'm just going to leave.
You unlock the door and leave the portaloo. You see Dale the other side of the road with some white fluff around his shoes. Danny, you have kilted up.
Yeah, I have. So,
Are you going completely native?
I'm thinking about it. Oh yeah, I still have the Amos rocket pistol. Oh wait, no, I gave it to Kevin, didn't I? Could you remind me what Citropane does? Because I'm thinking of if I've got something that looks like toothpaste, I want to try and swap it around. Or at least convince him to use it instead of toothpaste.
This toxin comes in a dart usable in an injector weapon. It renders a telepath unable to use their powers by sending a neurotoxin to key parts of their brain.
Well, Mel Gibson may well be a telepath, but we don't know yet. Okay, in that case, I will assist with his rhythm.
So you're going to approach...
Round the front.
You're going to approach Mel Gibson and the two men servicing him.
Yeah.
Just going to walk straight through the middle. Okay, so everyone in the room will definitely notice you.
Yeah, that's fine.
At some point.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna basically start giving him a hand job.
And you just walk up to Mel Gibson without saying a word.
Yep.
And you grab his cock.
Gently. I don't want to do it, hard or anything, unless he wants it.
Surely, given the position that he's in, there's got to be at least a fucking roll to see if he can find it. The corporation version of spot hidden.
What, perception plus observation?
Perception and investigation would be more accurate.
Yes,
Could
babe.
you please make me a presence plus lying and acting roll, please?
Can I get any sort of modifier given I'm all kitted up?
No.
No. Oh dear.
The only time in history where someone says, hand me the lube, and someone gives you fucking Colgate.
Well, if I didn't have the black die, then I would have done fine. But I missed by 5.
Okay. It's different when you grab someone else's. You're in the wrong position. you don't get the tactile feedback. So like you're not used to this. This isn't something you've like particularly done before.
No, she hasn't.
So he yelps in a manner that could only be described as not what women want.
Okay, in that case, rather than try and pleasure him, I kind of turn the tables and just kind of grab it hard.
Okay, so you grab as hard as you can and squeeze, right?
Yeah.
6 people around the room kind of don't know what to do. They've never had the confidence to do what you've just done.
Mm-hmm.
The one servicing him with the toothbrush kind of is a bit surprised. He's kind of staring at you. Obviously doesn't recognize you. And he's kind of focused on you and not paying attention to what he's doing to Mel Gibson, which regrettably for Mel Gibson will result in some rectal bleeding.
Oh.
The one that's holding the silver tray with the doily with the toothpaste on it, he's just like, Mel Gibson's going, oh, freedom, freedom, freedom.
Where is Kate Blanchett?
I don't fucking know.
Your fans seem to think that you dead. And I squeeze harder.
Freedom! Could you please make me a presence plus attitude roll, please?
Okay, that's a little bit better than the lying and acting, but I missed by 2.
Yeah, you see, for the initial hand job, I was tempted to go for arts and culture. Then I realised it's Mel Gibson, so you'd need to lie and act.
Yeah.
So you missed. Okay.
Yeah, by
so he basically sort of stands up, yanks himself out of your grasp.
Mm-hmm.
The electric toothbrush drops to the floor. And kind of goes. Zzz. It's kind of brown and red.
He's made a complete ass of that.
And his kilt kind of drops to the ground, although obviously it's kind of tented at the front. And it's like, who the fuck are you?
I am usually a big fan of you, Mr. Gibson, but you're not doing me any favours.
You don't get to walk in here and grab me cock.
Well, I just did. I need to know where Kate Blanchett is so I can kill her for you.
What the fuck is with your teeth? Have you been using dental stuff in there?
Aye, I have.
You touch your ass and your teeth with the same device?
No, I use 2 different ones. I've got
Well, how do you know no one else has used it up their ass?
Because I keep it safe under lock and key. I don't know.
That's fucking unhygienic, that is.
Because that's logical.
Seriously, why would you put an ass scrubber in your mouth? That's just disgusting. What kind of monster are you?
I'm a monster that's about to cut off your balls if you don't tell me where Kate Blanchett is. And I
Oh, that's awfully big of you.
Bluefin.
It's awfully big of you. He goes, And then these sort of 6 people that sort of stood to attention, 4 of them male with their erections, sort of all kind of get their guns out and stuff. You are aware that you have guns pointing at you.
Yeah.
Dale, Kevin, Danny, you know which portal he went in, but he hasn't come back out.
I suppose we'll go and get him.
He might be having a moment.
Perhaps he needed to use the facilities.
Well, you see, I mean, it's been a while for all of us, and you know, maybe he's just feeling the strain of it all.
Yeah,
You know,
saw the opportunity and couldn't pass up a chance.
Shut up and help me.
I suppose we better go in.
Okay.
I mean, who knows? He might need help. I mean, you know,
You get to his cubicle door, and it says engaged.
Could be constipated.
I'm going to walk up to the door and give it a quick boot before I realise it opens outwards.
No, it actually says engaged.
Oh, okay.
It's locked.
See, that's how far Australia has come in the world. Even Portaloos can get engaged. That's what I like to see. Things moving forward.
What have we got we can get him with?
Danny, if you're still using the facilities, grunt twice.
I mean, if I can hear that, I really don't know how to respond.
I think you'd be vaguely aware that you heard Dale's voice outside somewhere, because it's like somebody talking outside your window, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mel Gibson's in here, you stupid fuck. Come and help.
Someone's locked the door. Hang on.
Kick the door in.
You may come in here with reinforcements, but you'll never take our freedom. Everyone applauds.
Bollocks to that, I see.
Was that supposed to be Scottish? 'Cause that's fucking insulting.
Oh my god, you're actually Scottish.
Aye.
What the fuck's a Scots person doing in Australia? Don't you know we're all racist?
Aye, but that's not the point. I told you, I'm here to find and kill Kate Blanchett. I have a mission.
Wait, you're a corporate agent here to kill Kate Blanchett?
Aye.
We could use that to our advantage.
What sort of advantage?
Where does Kate get her Colgate from?
I don't know, but I'm happy to find out for you.
Because you can't kill Kate until we've got our own supply of Colgate, and I want to be in control of it. Because when I do, I've got this place. Finally, the last piece of the jigsaw will be mine to control. And then we'll have our freedom.
Aye, your lackeys told me that you want to take down this Colgate business.
Yeah, but you see, if we can't take it out now, we'll run out of dental supplies. So what we need to do is find out who supplies her so we can get rid of her. That's our big problem. It's not enough to come in here and tell me you're going to kill Kate Blanchett. Also, you're a shitty wanker.
I've never done it to somebody else before, okay? I'm a noob.
It's the worst wank I've ever had.
Are we in yet?
Right, so you're currently rattling at the door trying to get in.
Yeah, we're booting it in.
But what is apparent is it is locked. So if you're gonna try and use physical force to get in,
yes,
I'm gonna require
shoot the lock.
I'm gonna shoot the lock. Okay. All right, so you're just starting to basically try and put holes in it. Come back to that in just a minute. You're gonna get in, but it's gonna take you a moment to do it. Meanwhile, everyone inside's like, "Who the fuck are these jokers? You tell your mates to stop. Just use the next door."
Oi, Dale. Next door. Use the other door.
Like, we're literally in a fucking room that's built from doors, for fuck's sake. They get jammed sometimes and lock themselves.
If
Fucking idiots.
if the Mel Gibsons allow me, I go up and sort of bang on the door and say, "Use the other door, Dale."
I look at Kevin and say, "Let us never speak of this."
Fuck's sake, what kind of morons are these?
Ones who are
The man
concerned
is
for my
just a bit
safety. I am, if you want to know, I am the last Scotsman alive, so I'm quite precious to them.
You're the last Scotsman?
Aye.
It sounds like an accolade. I want more accolades. So if I kill you, I could become the last Scotsman alive.
But you're not Scottish.
Hang on. Hey, Jimmy. I like fried food.
Right.
I fry my pizzas.
Did he not actually hear me when I was banging on the door?
Well, is Dale a Scot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which means that Danny's claim is going to be saved by the moment I step in, because Mel's going to realise that killing Danny isn't going to make him the last Scotsman.
So you see, so you guys are now in, by the way. So you see, I could easily be the last Scotsman. I'm an actor. I'm actually a brilliant actor.
Aye. See,
you don't need to say if you're a brilliant actor.
Right. Listen. First of all, there's 2 Scotsmen here already. Secondly, the Scottish people had a referendum. No one is allowed to be Scottish if they're under 5'7".
Ah, that's okay. I can act tall.
Aha.
Have you found out where she is yet?
Mr. Gibson wants us to take down Colgate.
No, I want you to find me a Colgate supplier.
Okay, fine.
You've got to find out where Kate Blanchett is buying her Colgate from. Then we'll get rid of her in a heartbeat. We can easily deal with an agent round here. I got so much hired muscle.
We can actually fix you up with toothpaste.
You can?
Yeah.
What about toothbrushes?
Yeah, anything you need.
Interesting.
You haven't got the toothbrushes anymore.
We work for Crazy Kiosk.
We can make a fucking killing here. Of the business kind.
I got them from the pimp, not Crazy Kiosk.
No, but Crazy Kiosk can supply them.
Crazy Kiosk. Look at Crazy Kiosk's fucking motto. If they can see any way to make fucking money, they'd sell their granny to do it. If they see they can make a fucking fortune giving them toothpaste and toothbrushes down here, they'll come in and make a killing.
Have you got a phone or some other method of communication, Mr. Gibson?
If you can provide us 100 tons of toothbrushes and a comparable quantity of toothpaste, we will let you kill Kate Blanchett.
We can certainly ask our supplier, but we need a phone.
So you'll give us that much toothbrushes and toothpaste for us to let you kill her?
But no, not give you. It'll be a business arrangement. You'll be buying them in some fashion.
Yeah, but I'm saying the price is us letting you kill her. so you can complete your mission?
I take the two others to the side and I said, look, let's just say yes just now, because by the time the crazy chaos people come down here, they will hit them with so much fucking business doublespeak they won't know which end is up.
Well, look, the point is that when they come down here with the supplies, they'll just hound them.
Yeah, the crazy chaos people will hound them, absolutely.
No. Mel Gibson will hound them with his lackeys. So they can be all busy doing that, and we can fuck off and get Kate Blanchett.
Do you guys remember why you're after Kate Blanchett?
Yes, because she has to be the most doable woman in Australia. It's been a while.
Yeah, true. She's the importer of Colgate, so you're trying to get to her so she ports your stuff. Okay, just wanted to make sure you hadn't lost sight of what it was.
I knew that we didn't really need to kill her, but I couldn't quite remember why we needed to.
So you're going to give us their bunch of toothbrushes? Mel Gibson does a high five to one of his guys.
Aye, Mr. Gibson.
No one should.
Awesome. I'm gonna just get one of my lackeys to write that up in a contract, and then you got yourself a deal.
So do you have a phone then or not?
Well, of course.
It's the first phone we've ever seen in Australia.
What are you talking about? We're a civilized society here. Just go to the service station. Welcome to Australia at the Sky Bridge.
Dale does his very best acting to try and stop the wide-eyed, sarcastic, what the fuck do you mean you're civilized face that he's trying desperately to hide.
Everyone in Australia's got access to the telephone.
The telephone.
Yeah, you just have to go to the service station. Yeah, the Welcome to Australia service station at the Sky Bridge.
Oh,
We've just come from the Sky Bridge.
fuckity doodly.
It's a long way back.
We will need some transport.
What, you want to live to the telephone?
Preferably with something that goes a little faster than 5 miles an hour.
I don't like the way you're twisting this deal already. Either you can provide us with 100 tons of toothbrush and an equivalent amount of toothpaste, or you can't. How much do you want this cake, girl?
We can, but we need a fucking phone.
We need the phone to phone it in.
We don't actually have it with us.
Have you not considered the postal service?
Phones are quicker.
Do you want to wait that long?
Well, it takes days to get to a bloody phone box.
Takes years to get a fucking letter through, trust me.
No. We got this guy runs about on a horse.
I think a phone will be quicker, even if we have to travel to it. But
Kevin, his name is. Some of the guys get me and him confused, you know, because he used to think he was an actor.
Well, I can understand why they were. I can understand the confusion. You've both played fictional British heroes.
Has he been anything we might have seen?
I doubt it.
The Unmentionables? I mean, something like that.
Just checking his Oscars, actually. If he's got any or not.
Oh, I think of Kevin Spacey.
No,
Kevin Costner.
His only major Oscar is Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, but it was Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. We allow him to do. Of course, he is American, so the fuck knows what he's doing in Australia. But we let him do the postal service round here. Can't stand the bloke myself, but he is useful to me, so we let him live.
We know why. We know why he's in Australia. He's still trying to perfect an English accent. I watched Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Funniest line in that entire film is when he puts his hand out and says, "This is English courage," in that Californian accent. That's funny every time. This is English courage. Aye.
But there's no crazy kiosk in Australia.
Not at the moment.
Right.
Market.
I'm not expecting delivery soon, but I'm not expecting you to kill Kate Blanchett soon either, right? So, look, we do the paperwork. We get it sent to your head office. They send the stuff. You get out of chains and off to kill Kate Blanchett.
What do you mean out of chains?
Well, you don't think I'm going to let you run around this place until the bloody stuff arrives, do you?
Oh, Jesus.
It's at this moment, you're my prisoner. And I will do with you whatever I damn well please.
Just don't let us
until
watch.
the stuff arrives. Then we're business partners.
If you don't let us go, we can't get the stuff for you. So
Yes, you can. You can write a letter and we give it to the postman.
Does anyone actually know how to handwrite? Because I don't think I ever learned.
It's okay, I've got a person here's writing up the contract right now.
I can write my signature.
Gonna need to put some old brush heads on my brush there, guys. I'm gonna have some fun with these three.
You know how you told me that I did terrible hand jobs? They
Yeah,
haven't
that was the
improved
worst.
in the next 5 minutes.
I turned round to Danny and said, "Something you need to tell us."
I was trying to get him to tell us where Kate Blanchett was, okay?
of course you are.
You have done the same. I want to get off this rock as much as you do.
No,
I still can't believe you did it, but anyway.
no.
Hey,
I can
it's the
assure you
second cock I felt up in Australia.
Look, I can assure you, there's many things I possibly would have done to try and find that information. Squeezing mini-me wouldn't have been among them.
That's the point. I don't see the elderly pimp anywhere, do I?
No. So,
I've got to hand it to you.
out comes one of his flunkies with a bit of paper. You think it's only... Oh, I know. Hang on. I know what it's got to be. It's a promotional poster for Braveheart, but written on the other side of it is a handwritten contract in marker pen. It's like, you will give the almighty Mel Gibson 100T of toothbrushes and 100T of toothpaste, and he will let you kill Kate Blanchett. And so he hands it over to you to sign.
Okay, I am going to sign it,
Excellent.
and I am going to sign it fully.
Huh. And then,
as you will remember from previous seasons, the running gag of the fact that I have a fucking signature that's a mile long. which I will use to not only sign the bottom, but then explain that I've run out of room for my signature. You need to have my whole signature for the contract to be legal. I'll just start at the top and I'll write over the contract for the rest of my signature, thereby voiding it.
Fucking idiot. Right, so we do another one. You notice on the order form, they've thrown that away as well, and now they get another order form out. So it's 104 tons now. You realise you have to pay for these posters. These are much sought after because they got my face on them. So that's 104 tons of toothbrushes on the order form. Right, so contract, order form. This time, pretend you can write. Just put an X if you have to.
Okay. In very tiny print, I put simply NFW. No fucking way. Almost as bad as my brother's birthday when I almost accidentally signed his wedding registrar as Michael Mouse.
And there's the order form. We'll get this sent on the postman. So if you could just...
How long is that likely to take?
A couple of months.
A couple of months?
Well, he's only got a horse. Fuck knows what state he's in at the minute.
So you know me tried to tell you that doing the form was quicker.
Yeah, but you've got to go all the way to the bloody service station for that.
Yeah, but
yes.
Still less than 2 fucking months.
The bridge is out as well.
Don't get me wrong. I could probably send a guy to get it there in a couple of days, but why would I do that when I've got you in my dungeon?
This is a dungeon now?
I did say you'd be staying as my guest until the order arrives, didn't I? Pretty sure I explained that in detail.
But I'm trying to pretend you didn't actually say that.
I just sort of shake my head and say that's another fine mess we've got ourselves into. Shit. I know what I want to do, but that's it's gonna become a running battle at that point.
Many. I can't find my way out of these.
No, but this is definitely the last resort.
Oh, this is the last resort.
Oh, this is the last resort. It was the last resort before. This is the last resort of the last resort.
So, all the contracts are signed. Fantastic. We'll just...
If ever there was a last resort needed, it was now. Trust me, toothbrushes were not meant to be used in anywhere other than orally.
So, he gets the posters, hands them to you, both of them. But as he does so, you see underneath is the chip reader with the actual legal stuff on that you just went over signed. So get that to the postman, and we'll have that done in no time, I'm sure. You never know. You never know when it's going to turn up. I mean, you might only be here a day.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you could just take these guys to the shitter.
We're there,
Lock
aren't we?
them up. That's what we call our prison, yeah.
I don't like that name at all.
Yeah, take these guys to the shitter. Obviously, take their guns. I think they left one in the corner over there as well. We'll have them. And, yeah, great doing business with you. As soon as your stuff arrives, we'll get you out there and killing Kate Blanchett. Have a good day now. And you are escorted by a large group of Mel Gibsons to the shitter.
Before we leave this place. Before we leave this place, I am going to introduce Mel Gibson to what a real fucking caber is like.
So
see how he likes that where his toothbrush shines.
You'll very quickly find yourself, there's like 30 or 40 Mel Gibsons in here, like gang members. You're disarmed. You're loaded onto the back of what would it be? I mean, probably like an old VW caddy van. So you're kind of stuffed into the back of this van with no seats. And you are driven actually quite a distance. And then when you arrive, they open the caddy doors, and you got the Mel Gibson guys kind of take you out. There's a big crowd of them. They've got all their beach buggies around, kind of formed a circle around the van, and they take you to the edge of the circle that they've formed with their beach buggies, and they go, I need to look up a guy's name. Sod it. I'll just make up one. Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, I know what it'll be. So, now, let me see. I'm just going to pick a new Australian. Perfect. Nicole, says one of them. Nicole.
Are you kidding, man?
And this very elderly blonde lady comes out of this rickety shack. And she sort of steps on this balcony, this wooden balcony, wooden slatted thing. She's got this sort of white dress on. Yeah? We got 3 more for you to look after. Can you make sure the children don't eat them too soon because they might prove useful? So save them for a couple of days at least before they get eaten, yeah? I can do that. Oh, God, that sounded too American.
I can do that.
I can do that. My God. Down in the Southern Bayou, that was absolutely.
Hang on. Has she ever won Oscars? Let's have a look.
Yes,
Maybe.
or the others.
Oh.
Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress. No. Nominee 3 times. She only won once for The Hours. So,
Yeah.
But that was Best Actress. Yeah, you're quite right. Okay. So, yeah, so you're led into this shitty house, into a room. The walls are kind of shit stained and smeared. There's no toilets in here. There's no light. There's no windows. The door gets closed behind you. Chains wrap the door shut, and we'll deal with what happens next time. But you are now being held by Nicole Kidman for the benefit of Mel Gibson in a house with Nicole Kidman's cannibal children. And we'll see how you cope with that next week.
We might have recovered by then.
I wouldn't be too sure.
I don't think I'm ever recovering from Jason just walking up to Mel Gibson and trying to wank him off. That was just...
As instinctive reactions.
Even I almost X-carded.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I sometimes have an ace up my sleeve. That was one of those.
No, it wasn't up his sleeve. I keep telling you that.
Don't think it was an ace either.
No.
Yeah.
I was about to say it was a jack, but no, that's what you were trying.
Don't know what to say about that session. That went places I didn't even.
that went to places that no sane person. Right. See. Here's the great situation. There is every possibility that the players, not only the characters, but the players, are going to lose their sanity in Corporation and not Call of Cthulhu.
No, you're doing fine in Cthulhu. Definitely in Corporation.
Oh.
I did say I wanted to do like a kind of horror for this season. But Corporation has always been...
It's a kind of horror.
The Corporation has always been slightly sexual, so this is sexual horror.
It's kind of horrifying.
It's a kind of horror.
Yeah.
It's
I definitely don't think we're being paid enough.
No, we're not.
Definitely not.
I'm not sure you're actually being paid anymore, are you? Is that a thing? With Crazy Kills?
Well,
no, you guys, you were okay. That's right. I can't remember what your wages were, but yeah, the men were fine.
Well, if we're not getting paid anymore, we're definitely not getting paid enough.
Yeah, we're going to set the first Crazy Chaos branch in Australia.
So how does it feel, Danny, to ensure that Mel Gibson was a complete jerk?
I think with that we'll end the broadcast.
Yes.
Whole
Bye.
ball audience is sane as well. See you all next week, or see you on Monday for masks.
I think Steve missed that one.
I'll catch up.